Hello, Mr. Schüppach. It's my pleasure to have you here with us today. I'd like to ask you some questions. Maybe we just start with who's IversLee and who's Mr. Schüppach?
IversLee is a 75-year-old family-owned company which was founded by my grandfather 75 years ago. We are quality leading packaging company and we are focusing on novel technologies, and we have quite extensively broadened our engineering expertise in the last years, and there's certainly my background as a mechanical engineer from Swiss Federal Institute helps. And our focus mainly is on development projects and launch projects where we add the customers.
Since when does IversLee serialize its products?
We have purchased our first equipment in 2014, and 2015 then the qualification and validation of this system was completed, and so we did the first commercial orders in this year. And then in 2016 we started aggregation and also did the first commercial orders.
For which reason did IversLee decide to replace the existing serialization hardware and software?
There were actually 4 reasons for which led to the change of the supplier. First, we were not that much satisfied with the service levels provided by the former supplier. Then we were confronted with heavily investments into an upgrade of the existing system to fulfill new requirements such as the Russian market requirements. Then we had not a lot of flexibility to onboard new customers, which was always a big challenge for a contract manufacturing organization such as us. And last but not least, the validation approach was very complex and also was a limiting factor to develop the system further.
What were the 4 most important reasons for you to decide to go with the Hicof solution instead of other solutions?
First of all, certainly it was very good that this was also a family-owned Swiss company, so there was kind of the same chemistry between the 2 companies. Then Hicof offers a very good benefit-cost relationship. Then also I'd like to mention the very good approach that hardware and software come out of one company and there is no exchange needed between 2 companies. And also last but not least, Hicof has very innovative solutions as well for software and hardware.
Which equipment does IversLee own from Hicof?
So we have essentially 2 of these equipments like this one here, where we can do the serialization coding and tamper evidence labeling. Then we have 1 such coding equipment without tamper evidence labeling. We have 1 aggregation unit where we can semi-automatically aggregate the boxes and then do the reading. And then we have 2 manual aggregation units.
How did the validation work with the Hicof solution?
It worked very well, mainly because it's a pre-validated system, so Hicof uses standard elements which are already pre-validated. When we had additional requirements, they were very easily fulfilled with the very strong development team of Hicof.
Why have you decided to go with the cloud solution instead of a traditional on-premise solution?
There's 3 reasons for that. Firstly, it has no maintenance to be conducted by IversLee itself. Then it has a very high availability of the system. And lastly, there is low risks because the software fulfills all needed ISO standards.
Have your expectations been fulfilled so far?
Yes, they were actually more than fulfilled. So we had a good exchange on the same level because the background of the 2 companies is very similar. Then we speak the same language, which certainly helps with the exchange between the experts. And the geographical small distance between the 2 companies helped to solve issues when they did arise quite rapidly.
What are, from your perspective, the advantages of the Hicof solution for your customers compared to other solutions?
One advantage is certainly the very easy onboarding of new customers with the cloud-based system, which is very flexible to fulfill and connect to many systems. Then it's a very lean and transparent cloud-based system, which is also easily understandable by our customers. Then we have a very transparent and complete 4I principle, where all GMP relevant data has to be released by a second person. Then there's a central data management, which it makes it very easy to onboard new products or to implement new products. Because all the data, like print layouts, like mechanical settings, like aggregation history, like connections, can be stored and implemented in only one system. Then the coding systems work very well, and the ejection level is very low. Due to the innovative technique of the Hicof system, the usage of ink is low, and it's a very easy access to the system for the users, because all systems have the same look as we see here, and therefore it's easy to learn the system.
Can you recommend the products from Hicof?
I could not only recommend the equipment, but also the company Hicof. We don't have just a supplier anymore, it's really a partnership. We live together with Hicof, and this is a very important part and one of the strategies for IversLee, to have strong partner companies where we can commonly develop a system and have a benefit also for our customers.
Thank you, Mr. Schüppach. It was my pleasure.